You deposit $10,000 in the bank. You believe that money is sitting in a vault somewhere, waiting for you to withdraw it. That's what you've been told your whole life. But it's not true. Your bank is using your money to create money that doesn't exist. This is called fractional reserve banking. It's completely legal. It's completely official. And once you understand it, you'll realize the entire economy is built on a lie. Here's how it works. Let's trace the money. You have a claim on $10,000. Bob has $9,500. Sarah has $9,025. Total $28,525 in claims. But how much actual money started this? $10,000. They created $18,525 from nothing, and this cycle continues forever. Every time money gets deposited and lent, more money is created. The money supply grows exponentially. Banks become incredibly profitable because they're literally creating money from nothing. But here's the critical weakness. It depends completely on confidence. It only works if people believe the bank will give them their money when they ask. The moment that belief breaks, the entire system collapses. This almost happened in 2023. Silicon Valley Bank failed in 48 hours. People got nervous and tried to withdraw their money at the same time. The bank couldn't pay. They ran out of cash. Within 2 days, billions were frozen. The government had to step in. They created money to cover the shortfall. They printed new dollars and injected them into the banking system. So what did we learn? The entire banking system is held together only by the promise that the government will create infinite money whenever banks need it. Think about that. If banks can create money through lending, and if the government can create money whenever it's needed, then what limits how much money can exist in the economy? Nothing. Money can be created infinitely, which means the value of money approaches zero over time. This is why inflation happens. It's not an accident. It's not a mystery. It's the natural result of a system that creates money from nothing. The wealthy understand this system. They know cash loses value, so they don't hold cash. They own assets. Real estate, stocks, gold. During inflation, these assets go up in value. The wealthy get richer, you get poorer. The poor and middle class don't understand this system. They work hard, earn money, and save it in cash. They watch their savings lose value year after year. They wonder why they're getting poorer. They don't realize the system is designed to transfer wealth from them to the wealthy. Think about what this means for your life. You work 40 hours a week. You earn money. You're paid in currency that is being inflated away. You can either spend it immediately on things that lose value or save it in a bank where it loses value more slowly. Either way, you're losing it. Meanwhile, people who own assets gain wealth automatically. A real estate investor buys a property. During inflation, the property goes up in value. The investor doesn't have to do anything. They didn't work harder. They didn't create anything new. Their wealth increased simply because the currency was inflated. This is the secret of wealth building. You have to own assets. You cannot build wealth by saving cash. It's impossible in an inflationary system, but the banks know this. The government knows this. The wealthy know this. And they don't tell you because if everyone knew, everyone would want to buy assets. Asset prices would skyrocket. The wealthy wouldn't have a monopoly on wealth anymore. So they keep you in the dark. They tell you to save money. They tell you that having a bank account is safe. They tell you that fractional reserve banking is normal and fine. They don't tell you that the system is designed to make you poorer year after year. Here's what's really happening. The government and banks are partners. Banks create money through lending. This increases the money supply. New money flows into the economy. Prices rise. Inflation happens. The government says inflation is a problem. They raise interest rates. Higher interest rates cause the economy to crash. People lose jobs. Businesses fail. Asset prices crash. Then the wealthy buy all the crashed assets at pennies on the dollar. The government realizes the economy is too crashed. They lower interest rates. New money flows into the economy. Asset prices recover and then soar. The wealthy who bought at the bottom are now incredibly rich. Then the cycle repeats. Print money. Inflation. Raise rates. Crash. Buy cheap. Print money. Recover. Get rich. This cycle has been repeating for decades. It's not an accident. It's engineered. The people at the top are making trillions of dollars, and the average person wonders why they can't get ahead. But here's what's important to understand. This system only works if people believe in it. It only works if you believe that the money in your bank account is actually there. It only works if you believe that the currency has value. The moment people stop believing, the moment confidence breaks, the entire system collapses. We saw a glimpse of this in 2023 with SVB. We saw people trying to withdraw their money because they didn't believe the bank would survive. The bank was solvent on paper, but insolvent in reality, and it collapsed in 48 hours. The question is, how much longer can this system sustain itself? How much longer can banks create infinite money? How much longer can the government print currency? When does the confidence finally break? When does everyone wake up and realize that the emperor has no clothes? Nobody knows the answer. But when it happens, the system as we know it will cease to exist, and the people who understand this beforehand will be prepared. The people who don't understand will be devastated. So what can you do? First, understand the system. Understand that fractional reserve banking creates money out of nothing. Understand that your cash savings are losing value. Understand that the system is designed to transfer wealth from you to the wealthy. Second, stop holding excess cash. Move your money into assets. Real estate, stocks, precious metals, cryptocurrency, anything that maintains value during inflation. Third, tell other people. Most people don't understand this system. They think banks are safe. They think saving money is good. They don't realize they're slowly getting poorer. When people understand, they can make better decisions. The system that seems so solid, so permanent, so normal, is actually incredibly fragile. It's held together only by belief, only by confidence. One major shock could shatter it. And when it does, those who understand will survive. Those who don't will suffer. Save this video. Share it. Because understanding how the system actually works is the most important thing you can do.